Ladies and gents, it's time for another haul video. It's October's haul. We're going to talk about 10 brand new fragrances you guys should definitely know about. Handpicked, hand-selected, blind bought, just for you guys to find out if they're hot or if they're not. So stick around, let's hop into it. Welcome back to another video. Max Forte here. If you do love to make a great lasting impression, you know that fragrance is a great way to do it. So we're going to talk about 10 fragrances that piqued my interest, hence the fact that they're here in this haul. These are all brand new 2024 releases. Every single month I do a blind haul, first impressions, just for you guys with some, of course, initial thoughts on fragrances, and I also share with you guys some codes, some savings. You know how we roll, so let's hop right into it. Well, let's get cracking here. The first one is going to be a designer release for this year. This is Calvin Klein's CK1 Essence. Now this one here is kind of under the radar, flew under the radar. No one's really talking about it. The bottle itself is very similar to all, well, the box itself is very similar to all the other CK, Calvin Klein releases, and the bottle itself is a little bit flashy. It's going to be a mirrored, silver kind of a bottle. Again, don't know anything about this one, so very curious. Let me know in the comments if you guys have heard about this fragrance. Sprays are nice. It's a little bit woody. I'm getting some perhaps vetiver here. There's somewhat of an earthiness and smokiness effect here. Slightly fruity, but not overly fruity. There's not much citrus going on here. This is not your ordinary CK1 kind of a release. It has a little bit of the original floral aspect in the back, the white musk and florals, but it goes more into a woody, earthy, and heavy musky and Broxton, I should say, kind of a vibe. It's not a bad smelling fragrance, but it's not something that I would heavily procure to wear. It's gonna get an okay. It's not a meh, it's not a pass release, but it's definitely okay. It's nothing really groundbreaking or too inspiring here. It's a little bit more of the same. It does have nuances of Silver Mountain Water from Creed, minus the black currant. It does not have much of that fruitiness that you get with Silver Mountain Water, but it's in the same vein. It's the same genre here. Definitely a green fragrance. It's not bad smelling. It might even grow on me. The more I smell here, the more I'm getting, a feel to wanting to wear the fragrance. So I'm thinking for springtime, this is something that I'm going to definitely revisit, but for the cooler weather now, this is going to be a pass for just right now, but it's an okay release, all right? Let's continue here. The next one here is going to be a Middle Eastern fragrance brand. The brand is, of course, the brand of 𝗵𝗂, and this fragrance particularly is 𝗵𝗂 Black. This is getting a ton of limelight out there. People are talking about this one and comparing it to a juggernaut fragrance. Some people saying this is similar to Aventus Absolute or Absolute Aventus from Creed. I'm gonna let you know right now, the bottle it's got this python kind of skin motif here. It's black and gold, and again the bottle is going to be black with a gold / rose gold, almost bronze appointment. The bottle looks nice. The juice is dark. I don't know if you could see it. Yeah, you could see it's a dark ambery juice. I am very curious to this one because, like I said, I heard through the grapevine that this is going to be a similar fragrance to Absolute Aventus. Let's check it out. Sprays are nice, quite nice actually. And okay, it definitely has similarities to Aventus. As soon as you spray this on, it's gonna have that Aventus kind of a vibe with the pineapple, the apple, the citrus notes up top, the slightly green aromatic nuances. You do have lavender here for sure. There is an herbaceousness to this fragrance, clary sage, lavender. Yes, I can see that. It is definitely similar to Absolute Aventus. Not an exact clone. Perhaps this is going to be a little more on the sweeter side, hence that pineapple apple kind of a nuance. I think it's definitely amplified here. So if you do love, Absolute Aventus and you wanted something a little bit more affordable, I think this is going to be a good bet for you to check out. You can easily find this at discounters at the time I'm shooting this video. So if you do like Aventus or Absolute Aventus for that matter, it's like a fusion between the two. It's nice. I don't know if it's going to be long lasting, because it's kind of a dupe, which I don't really like to talk about dupes and copies on this channel. It's gonna get an okay from me. But again, it is a good alternative for those of you that don't want to spend an arm and a leg to get a Creed. So this is definitely one that would fit that particular scenario. So, okay, it gets a thumbs up. It smells good. I don't know about longevity, but so far, from the first impression here, it is something that seems that it's going to be 8+ hours kind of a fragrance. So gets a thumbs up. 2024 release from the house of Mancera. This is Amberful. I don't know if you guys heard about this release, but as soon as I heard about it, I said I'm gonna have to get myself. And you know, guys, this particular presentation is, you've seen one, you've seen them all. It's very cookie cutter here, you know, with the box and the little pouch, which the bottle comes in. The bottles are very nice. You know, back in the day, they used to be screw-on, so you can actually or use a pipette to carry a decant with you. Nowadays, they went to the actual magnetic caps, which people seem to like it a little bit more. So sprays are very nice on this one. And Amberful, wow. The opening here is reminding me a little bit of 𝗂𝗃𝗃 from, or Enigma from Roja Parfums, a little bit lighter. You do have that Coca-Cola fizzy, you know, soda kind of an opening here. There's definitely a ton of ambroxan here. I'm getting that right off the bat. It is going to be a sweet and spicy amber. Again, I don't get the tobacco or the leather heavy here on this fragrance as I get with 𝗂𝗃𝗃. So a more wearable, kind of a gender-free, you know, amber kind of a fragrance, but definitely in the same wheelhouse. They could be cousins or brothers, you know, Enigma, 𝗂𝗃𝗃 / Amberful, very similar here. This is going to be a little bit of a greener kind of a tonality to it, minus the heavy tobacco / leather that you get with 𝗂𝗃𝗃. But all in all, the ambery part here and that Coca-Cola fizzy opening, definitely very similar. I think it's gonna change. It's changing a little bit already. It's getting greener right now. And looking at the notes, you do have cedar, you have oak moss, you have patchouli. So I think it's going to get greener and drier, not as succulent or juicy as you get with 𝗂𝗃𝗃 from Roja Parfums. So a nice green amber, spicy, like I said, very woody, very aromatic. You have violet here as well. There's a floral undertone to the fragrance. It's nice. It's going to get a thumbs up. Could have been better, you know, but from a first, you know, impression here, it gets an okay. It's a nice release. Definitely worth checking out. I think on skin, it's going to do something a little different, but from the first impression standpoint, it's actually a nice release. Next up, we have one from the house of Zaharoff. This is going to be a flanker of Seraphin Blue, which I talked to you guys about here in the first impression a few videos ago. And Seraphin Blue was basically an aromatic blue scent. This one here, I have no idea what it's going to be like. It's going to be Zaharoff signature from their collection, a flanker of blue. This is Seraphin Red. Now, looking at the notes here, there's not much, you know, notes to talk about except for some of the ingredients in the back. Again, never try this one, so I'm curious to find out what this one's going to be like. From the looks of it, it seems like it's going to be rather a woody spicy kind of a fragrance because of the red. There is a plastic here that covers the actual, you know, metallic portion of the bottle. You can actually peel that off and you'll then reveal the full bottle. Beautiful red cap. Again, from the looks of it, I'm thinking red, I'm thinking cinnamon, chili, I'm thinking woody, spicy. Let's see, because the blue one that I reviewed for you guys here briefly, or did a first impression rather, it was a, you know, woody, aromatic / marine aquatic kind of a fragrance. Nice, easy to wear, but not something that I would reach out for because I think there's a lot of stuff within that wheelhouse that I prefer to wear as opposed to Seraphin Blue. But this one here, okay, so right from the get-go here, from the opening, I am getting tuberose, I am getting a solar note kind of a thing. Maybe the red means sun, I'm not sure. Again, I don't know much about this fragrance. And looking online, I couldn't really find much, or even the notes. So just from a first impression standpoint here, I'm gonna tell you, this is going to be a woody, spicy kind of a fragrance. There is definitely that tuberose / solar note that I'm getting here, Davana. You got some woody notes, perhaps some woods in the base. In all essence, a woody floral musk. I'm getting a musky feel here as well. And definitely that Davana, you know, kind of a note here, a little bit floral as well. It's nice. I think it leans a little bit more feminine for my taste, of course. Somebody that enjoys this type of a, you know, profile, that's sweet, you know, aromatic / woody floral musk, will enjoy this fragrance. But I think for myself personally, this is something that I don't normally, you know, gravitate to wear myself. But I think within the whole scope and portfolio of Zaharoff fragrances, I think this one has a place. And I can see a beautiful lady or women out there rocking this incredibly. Just not my cup of tea. And like I said, it leans a little bit feminine because of that woody, musky, floral kind of undertone, especially with that Davana solar note kind of a vibe that I'm getting here. Next up, we're going to talk about two Guerlains back to back. We're going to talk about Épices et Squeeze, and we're talking about Cure Intense. These are two brand new releases from their Absolute Allegoria collection, which is I would say a collection below the 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗏 collection, which is their, you know, upper echelon and most prestigious collection. This one here, usually a little bit more wearable, you know, easier to wear, and especially a lot more affordable than the upper, you know, level collection. The bottle looks really cool. You got the beehive here, you have the bee up top. Very nice, and there's nothing not to like about this presentation. It looks really nice and chic. You have the Guerlain logo up on the actual atomizer itself. Again, it's quality. Guerlain is always quality. Although I have to say here, and leave it here on this particular video, they have been a little bit too busy with their releases, and that's usually not a good thing. Sometimes, you know, I like to think less is more. But Guerlain has been, as their little logo here, a busy bee. This, right off the bat, it's going to be a spicy floral leather fragrance. I'm definitely getting a lot of leather here. Saffron, leather undertone, definitely a ton of spices. We're talking cloves, cinnamon, nutmeg. There's a huge melange, an explosion of spiciness, hence the fact, you know, exquisite spice, so it's a very spicy scent. But I'm definitely getting a leathery floral undertone. It's a nice fragrance. If you do enjoy spicy leather fragrances, you're gonna enjoy this one. However, you do have a floral aspect, just like I talked about Seraphin Red, that for my particular taste, it's not something that I would gravitate to wearing myself. Maybe on skin it'll be different, but I'm definitely getting some florals here that are those white florals, maybe ylang-ylang, some yellow and white florals. Playing a little dance here. There is a green spiciness, very astringent, very sharp note here as well that I can't pinpoint exactly what it is, but it's a combination of things, but definitely a spicy floral leather fragrance in its core. A nice one, not great. We'll get an okay from me. You know, again, mid-range, not something here. So far, nothing here that's been mind-blowing. Just so you guys know, I always tell you, I keep it 100. Nothing mind-blowing in this haul so far. This one, okay, you know, worth checking out. You might love it. I like it. CUIR Intense, again, the same motif. The only thing that changes here pretty much is the actual, you know, label with the name, but everything else is pretty much cookie cutter from the other one. This is a little darker bottle. The other one's a little bit browner. This is going towards black, but all in all, essential, you know, cookie cutter, copy and paste kind of a situation here. So CUIR Intense, okay, very nice. In the same wheelhouse as Tuscan Leather, but this goes into a different, this goes into a more spicy, creamier venue, which I do like. I also get a note of honey here, which I really enjoy, to be quite honest with you. This is a little sweeter slash wetter, or juicier, I should say, than Tuscan Leather, but it's like they could be brothers. This is the sensual older brother or sister, you know, however you want to look at it, but definitely has that Tuscan Leather kind of a vibe, but then it goes into a more ambery, sweet and spicy and sassy kind of a, you know, scent profile. Very nice. This one here gets a big thumbs up from me. I will definitely revisit this one and wear, especially now that the weather's starting to get really cold here where I'm at in New England, New York, Connecticut. It's starting to get really, you know, if you're looking at Celsius, we're talking about 0 and below. And if we're talking about Fahrenheit, you know, in the 40s and 30s Fahrenheit. So I think this will do very well in the cool weather. So CUIR Intense gets a thumbs up so far, the best one from this haul. We got 4 more fragrances to cover. Before we do that, I'm gonna let you know that, of course, this is October haul. With every haul, we do Oct haul. It's the month plus haul, which will give you guys 20% off at Perfume.com. You already know, you can try anything you want from this haul. Brand new fragrances, of course, you know, rare gems, new releases, you name it. Perfume.com is the best place to try it before you buy it. And of course, you can use the code right now, OCTHAUL, to get 20% off site-wide from the time you're watching this video until Sunday at midnight. So take advantage, enjoy. And as we're talking about niche fragrances here, of course, I want to also remind you about ScentXplore, which is the world's, you know, iconic international niche perfume convention in New York, and this side of the pond. Everything else happens, of course, overseas. We have different conventions in different parts of the world. If you want to dive into the proverbial rabbit hole of the niche perfume world, you want to get more from your experience, guys, check out ScentXplore.com. Enjoy the masterclasses, the workshops, meet your favorite content creators, meet the perfumers, the people behind the brands, creative directors, you name it. We're expecting 6,000 to 7,000 people to join us. Of course, it's December 5th through the 7th. All details below. Enjoy this incredible convention. Don't miss out, guys. This is one for the books. This is the 6th annual, the biggest one yet. We're expecting 80 plus brands. Of course, as soon as you walk in, you're gonna be greeted with a beautiful welcome package that contains incredible samples from all the brands. Not only samples from these brands, but also incredible exclusive and limited editions that you'll only find at ScentXplore, guys. Check it out, details below. Can't wait to see you there in New York City. Let's go. It's almost time, guys. don't snooze, because you know you snooze, you lose. Okay, we got 4 more to go. Next one, we're gonna talk about Flores. This is Golden Amber, their newest release. In fact, Flores is one of the brands at ScentXplore this year, as well as a lot of the brands that I'm talking about here on the channel throughout the year. And some of the ones that I'm gonna discover myself. There's a lot of up and coming, rising star brands that you guys have no idea that are coming this year, that will just, they have, you know, blown my mind so far. And there's of course some brands that I have yet to discover myself. So let's talk about Golden Amber, guys. Golden Amber is the newest release from Flores, and this brand has been around since the 1700s. This is actually their classic look, and I believe they've had this look for many years now. So let's take it for a test drive. Sprays are really nice, very nice distribution, and long mist as well. And Golden Amber is actually quite nice. It reminds me a little bit of, there is an amber that I discovered earlier this year from 𝗂𝗶𝘃𝗲, which I believe it's called 𝗵𝘃𝗲𝘃. Love the amber, incredible, just very wearable. This one here is very similar to the amber. The only difference here, or the main difference I should say, with this one and 𝗵𝘃𝗲𝗃 from 𝗂𝗶𝘃𝗲 is going to be that this has a fruity fig up top, which is very nice, a very green fruity fig. But then again, the amber here is a very clean and wearable amber, something that you could potentially wear as a signature scent. Very classy, very elegant, even bright at times. I think as it dries down, it's gonna get a little darker, a little greener, but it's a very wearable, you know, green fig and floral amber. There is some floral aspects here. You do have almond blossom, you have neroli, you have rose and geranium, so there is a floral heart aspect to this fragrance. It is definitely nice, definitely androgynous. You know, between this one and 𝗂𝗶𝘃𝗲's 𝗵𝘃𝗃𝗃, I would stay with 𝗂𝗶𝗃𝗃's because I think it's a little bit more on my kind of taste. I do like the amber, the way that's constructed. But this one here, if you do enjoy greener, fig, fruity kind of an amber with this very heavy floral heart, I think you're gonna enjoy this one. It's a good release if you do enjoy florals and you like amber as a note, or as a combination as an accord, I should say, you're gonna enjoy that one. Next up, we're gonna talk about Bun No. 9. It's been quite a while since I talked about Bun No. 9 here on the channel. This is their newest release. It's called Beekman Place from Bun No. 9. Beautiful green leatherette kind of a situation here. It emulates the actual leather, crocodile, you know, croc leather. Green with silver appointments. I mean, Bun No. 9, I said before, and I'll say it again, you know, when it comes to bottles themselves, I think they have, you know, one of the best elegant looking bottles, or I should say contemporary, chic and unique bottles. I love their bottles, always did, you know, reminiscent of a star. And, you know, Beekman Place from Bun No. 9, like I said, it has the same croc kind of a feel that you have in the box, in the bottle itself, this dark forest green kind of a feel. Let's see what we get out of this one. I know nothing about this one, and again, it's been quite a while. I want to say years since I talked about a new Bun No. 9 release here on the channel. Okay, this is very aromatic. In fact, it's reminding me a little bit of Green Irish Tweed from Creed, so it's almost like they could be related, like cousins. It's not you know, a spewing image or you know, scent profile of Green Irish Tweed. It's not a dupe at all, but it does have a little bit of a resemblance to that fragrance. I'm liking this one. This is very aromatic, very woody, very, this is more on a masculine side. I do get a leather note, just like you have the croc leathery facet here. So right off the bat, you know, what comes to mind, you know, what I'm picturing here in the smell is if you took Green Irish Tweed and you infused it with a beautiful leather note. So it's like Green Irish Tweed goes leathery. Very nice. This is very aromatic, very gentleman-like, classy. This one gets a big thumbs up for me, you know, because I do enjoy this kind of a profile to begin with. This is going to be the best so far in this haul. We got 2 more to go, but this one here, guys, definitely worth checking out. The herbaceousness that I sense here with the spicy notes. There's geranium here, so it definitely has this old school fougere aromatic kind of vibe, which I do love. I think it's very classy, very gentleman-like. I'm getting all of that here. There is somewhat of a watery kind of a, you know, profile. Again, leather, like I talked about, the leather's definitely here, sandalwood, so it's a woody, spicy, aromatic kind of a fragrance. You know, the best way for you to kind of picture this is if you think about Green Irish Tweed and you love that fragrance, think about Green Irish Tweed with an infusion of a leathery, aromatic note. That's what you get here. Very nice, easy to wear. I think it's gonna be one of those compliment monster fragrances, and definitely one of the best fragrances of the year. If you do enjoy the genre like myself, you're going to be pleasantly surprised with how good this one is. And the first take, like I said, the best one from this haul so far. This is Juliette Has a Gun, and this is Ex Vetiver. You guys know how much I love my Vetivers. This is going to be a brand new vetiver in my collection that I'm so glad to have. When it comes to vetivers, I'm always in the search for a great vetiver. Juliette Has a Gun is a really cool, you know, minimalist presentation, black box. The bottle sits perfectly in here, and I love the way they did here with the bottle, you know, sideways, slanted. I think it's really cool. Let's take it for a test drive. For a vetiver lover, I am very intrigued on this one. Sprays are nice mist. Okay, and this is going to be a very earthy, green, and a little bit smoky and fruity vetiver. If you do enjoy Hermès, 𝗕𝗿𝗵𝗴, this is going to be in the same wheelhouse as 𝗕𝗿𝗵𝗴, but it's going to be, I don't know if geranium and mint are notes in this fragrance, but it's definitely very, almost menthol up top here. I think there's definitely mint and geranium, which is very nice. You know, I have yet to smell a vetiver that has mint and geranium up top. I'm getting that here. So it has this really refreshing and bright kind of an opening, but then in the back you have the smokiness and the earthiness that's quite similar to 𝗕𝗿𝗵𝗴. The woodiness, cedarwood, vetiver. Of course, vetiver is the main note here. But like I said, the easiest way to describe this is a winner, guys. This is a really nice one, very classy, very easy to wear. I think people are definitely going to enjoy this one, especially if you already like 𝗕𝗿𝗵𝗴 and you like this menthol, you know, bright opening here, along with the fruitiness, and again, that 𝗕𝗿𝗵𝗴 kind of a profile. This is a really nice one, gets a thumbs up. You know, for vetivers, you know, I have behind me a whole vetiver section in my collection. So vetiver is something that I always like to vetiver, you know, prominent fragrances is something that I always like to add to my collection. This one here gets a thumbs up. Definitely up there as one of the best fragrances from this haul. And last but not least, we have one from Parfums de Marly. This one's one that I heard so much about. Even guys rocking this fragrance and saying how good it was, even though it was a more feminine release, whereas in the feminine bottle kind of collection from Parfums de Marly, everyone was saying how good this was, and guys were coming to me and saying, Max, have you tried that fragrance? You need to try that because I love wearing it myself. Of course, we're talking about Palatine from Parfums de Marly, the beautiful lilac / lavender looking bottle, or box I should say. The bottle's also that particular color scheme. The box itself has this shiny metallic kind of a look to it. It's very nice. Okay, the sprayer is really nice. The bottle looks really chic. It's a 75 ml, transparent lavender with the crystal up top, also matching the color scheme. Very nice, candied kind of a floral aspect I'm getting here. Very wearable. So the quickest way and the easiest way to describe this for you guys, this is going to be a fruity, floral, ambery kind of a situation here, but not dark, definitely brighter, easy to wear. I can see myself actually rocking this in the springtime, but it's of course, you know, a more feminine scent. Hence the fact that it's in this contour here, this feminine bottle release for Parfums de Marly, because it is more of a feminine scent. It's going to have a lot of the floral aspects to the fragrance. You do have a gorgeous pear, a very juicy, very inviting, juicy pear, mouth-watering pear up top. There's definitely some, I believe, blackcurrant, slightly Lavanda tuberose kind of a vibe here. Definitely creamy, definitely floral. I would say this is a fruity, floral, amber / woody musk kind of a dry down. Very nice fruitiness up top here. The pear here is incredible. Looking at the notes, of course, you have pear, mandarin orange, bergamot, violet, musk, and sandalwood. That creaminess definitely comes through. I do get a slightly tuberose, Havana kind of a vibe here as well. This is a winner. Smells really good. Smells very classy. Definitely a women-centric type scent, though. I would not wear this all year round. Perhaps around springtime, I'll steal some sprays from my lady. This smells good, guys. Gets a thumbs up, but not my favorite from this haul. I would say the two best fragrances from the haul are going to be definitely the CUIR Intense. Well, let's say the top three. The CUIR Intense is my second favorite. My third favorite is going to be the Ex Vetiver. I gotta wear them on skin, of course. And my all-time favorite for this haul is going to be Beekman Place from Bond number 9. In fact, guys, I am going to rock this today. Ooh, this smells good. It's gonna be my scent of the day. Very classy, very aromatic, amazing, woody, spicy leather kind of a fragrance, guys. Check this out. I think you're gonna be pleasantly surprised. And of course, don't forget to check out the description of this video where you find all the great information you need to find as far as savings, codes, details. I'm your guy. If you guys love fragrances, I keep you in the know here on the channel. So of course, if you do enjoy, show your support. And of course, I will see you right back here with another video very soon. Smell great. See you soon. Take care.